from the bottom, bottom, from the bottom. You know we got 'em, we got it, got 'em. We from the bottom. All right, what's up, y'all? We back again from the bottom. This time we have a special guest on. We got Big Al Copeland up in the building to show y'all, well, to talk to y'all about, some of the stuff that he do, and how you can get into it and some of the pros and cons about what he do. And shout out to JR Dot. He couldn't be here today, but, he going to be back on soon one day. But Al, I don't want to hold no more time. Don't tell the people who you are.
Oh man, I'm Alex Copeland. I moved here about 2009. I moved up here. From South Carolina, God's country, the motherlands.
I know about that.
I used to be in the military. Used to be in the Coast Guard. Got out of the Coast Guard. Now I work for the railroad. Train conductor. Family man. Wife. Whole bunch of kids. A little star in 5. And that's it. Pretty much. Work and hang out with my kids. That's me.
Well, I gotta let y'all know this interview right here have been like a year in the making.
Yeah, man. Because remember, I was kind of like, before you even started, you ran the idea by me about doing a podcast. I was like, you got to do it. You got to do it. And I was like, I got to get on that thing. I got to get on that. But I mean, I've just been busy and I've been kind of hiding. I've been trying to, you've been having some good guests on, man. I don't know if I can compete with them,
Well, no, you can't. But, the reason why it was so hard to catch up with him because, he like a celebrity, he'd be here one day and then he'd be gone for like 2 weeks. Then he come back for like an hour, then he'd be gone for another 2 weeks. He a hard person to catch up with. So, I was finally able to track him down, finally after all this time in order to bring y'all some game. And so he, you said you was in the Coast Guard.
Yes.
What made you join the Coast Guard?
Well, I really wanted to do something that people normally don't do. And, all my life I've been told, hey, Black people don't do this, Black people don't do that. Black people definitely don't swim. That's what they've been telling me. So I said, man, you know what? I just been different. I've been going against the grain my whole life. So I said, I don't want to go kill anybody. I don't want to be like every other person I know, go in the Army or the Marines. I don't want to be overseas, wasting my, actually I was scared of maybe I'll go there and get shot and die. And I didn't want to be like those people you see, they marry anybody because they're going overseas and stuff like that. So I want to do something where I can stay stateside. And so I decided to join the Coast Guard, a little different,
So wait a minute. I mean, but y'all had y'all own things to worry about in the Coast Guard, right? Because it wasn't all peaches and cream, right?
Right, you're right. But I wasn't getting shot at by, terrorist groups or anything like that. It was just, I was in the Caribbeans did a lot of fisheries, drug smuggling and catching migrants. And then I came up here and just pretty much it was a cake job up here. I came up here and just worked on the lights and the buoys in the water. So nothing.
So you
special.
came up here. You came up here because of the Coast Guard?
Yes. I came up here and I did 4.5 years up here. No, 4 years up here when I was in the Coast Guard.
Dang. Well, salute to you, for doing that for the country.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I don't think I ever hear nobody. Now you got me thinking you like the only Coast Guard person I know.
Well, I think, where I'm from, South, where you're from, I think we're born with, in the South, I think, we're born with our story already written for us. So yeah. I just wanted to write my own story, make it my way, my version, a little different, All
right. Oh, I got this question then. Did you have to know how to swim before you joined the Coast Guard?
I would say it would help, but you don't have to know. There's because the first weekend you take a swim test. if you fail the swim test, they just give you like swim practice. I mean, you got to get up early in the morning and go by yourself with the other people who can't really swim. But they help everyone out. You know, it's a setup. You know, everyone can do it. You don't have to know how to swim. You just got to be willing to try.
Oh, good. See, so that let us know that it's going to be more black people up in the Coast Guard. Wait,
Hey,
can you wear a life jacket on? You have to wear a life jacket on the boat, right?
man, you can wear a life jacket, but you don't need a life jacket, man. You gonna be good, man. They gonna protect you. You gonna be good.
All right, make sure y'all smart. Wear a life jacket. I do it even in the 8-foot pool. All right, all right. So what can you tell us about being a train conductor? How did you even get into that field?
You know, I think I really just got lucky. I remember growing up seeing, trains going through my town, and we always thought, man, those guys had it. You know, they just sit and ride, and then they always used to stop and block traffic to go to the KFC in the middle of the town. So I always thought they had it made, but I went to a job fair right before I got out of the Coast Guard, and I seen the lady who was doing the job fair, and I asked her about it, and it just sparked my interest, man. I was like, man, this is this exciting, this. I
Did
thought it was awesome.
did you know anybody else who was a train conductor?
No one. I'm not from up here, so it's just me.
One time about like even back home
No,
in
no,
South Carolina.
no. All I knew about train conductors and people work on the train, just people people around the town said.
Well, now you got me thinking that you tell me the town was so small that the train would stop to go to KFC?
Yeah, two trains met in the two tracks came together in the middle of my town, and they would block traffic all the time. So we seen them all the time, man. We used to walk on the railroad tracks just to go to town, just because it's a shortcut.
Well, yeah, you got a point there. My grandma stayed right in front of a train track. So, we were used to the house shaking every day,
Yep.
a couple times a day. So, dang, that's pretty positive right there. I got to give it to you.
Yeah.
So, what do people not realize y'all do as a train conductor?
Mm. Well, a lot of people think we have a steering wheel up there. We don't have a steering wheel up
Well, y'all
there.
don't.
No, we
So
don't have
it's not like the movies.
not like, don't believe that movie stuff. It's not honest. It's not even close to accurate. Don't believe that movie stuff.
What in the
Uh,
world?
we just have a lot of responsibility. Any day I go to work and one mistake, I could either get fired, kill myself, or blow up a whole town. We have to be on our game every day because it's so much can go wrong.
So it's stress. It's stress. It's a stressful job. What it sound like?
Yeah, it's pretty stressful, man. It's a tough job. You gotta be focused. Your head's got to be in the game every time you go to work.
So
It's too dangerous for you to be out there just playing around.
so you have to make sure you get a good amount of sleep because you cannot fall asleep up there in front of that
No,
train.
right. It's man, that's the hardest part with our job. Our schedule's so unpredictable that sleep, man, we're always just trying to get sleep, whenever we can. When I get home, sometimes I'm home 12 hours, sometimes I'm home 24, sometimes I'm home for 2 days. But it's not strange for me to get home and go back to work 10 hours later.
See, now that's the part people I don't think people understand because they probably think it's like a regular job. You 8 hours and then you back home, then you go in for another 8 hours.
No, see, what I do is I work on the road, so I go over. So I go distance. Like if you work in the yard and just build trains, you have a set schedule. But just because you work, you got to be to work at 6 o'clock. Don't mean you get off at 4. Like they can keep you for 12 hours.
Well, wait, what do you mean they can keep you for 12 hours? I mean, they have to
So
ask if you want to work, right?
no, there's no. You work for the railroad. There's no asking. Like if you're working, you're working. Like if you go to work, say right now it's my job to take this train from point A to point B. By the Federal Railroad Association, I can only we can only run that train for 12 hours, right? But I can be at work longer than 12 hours.
Is it a max?
The max is 12. No, 12 to like operate the train, but sometimes it's longer. I mean, I've worked, my longest day was 18 hours and 45 minutes. I know guys who work 24 hours. It's
Work 24. You mean 24 hours in the front of the train?
in the train. Yeah, because sometimes you're out in the middle of nowhere and you just run out of hours. So you have to wait for them to get someone out there to you to get you off the train or relieve you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So if you be out in the middle of nowhere, you have to wait for them to send somebody out there to relieve you.
Yeah, I mean, you're on the train. There's no roads. There's no.
I know, but then do you stop where you at, or do you go to a certain location?
Hopefully you make it to a location, but sometimes you just run out of time. I mean, it's not supposed to happen like that, but sometimes you can't help it.
So it's like a truck driver. Like once the truck driver time is up, they have to stop for a certain amount of time until they can do it again.
Yes, we have to be off work for 12 hours before we could operate a train again. I think it's actually 11 hours and 45 minutes, but if we're stuck out there, we can't operate the train, but we're still at work until we get relieved of our duties.
God dang. What about a bathroom break?
We have bathrooms on there.
Oh, y'all do?
Yeah, we got bathrooms on there.
But it's in a different cab, right?
No, it's in the front of the cab. It's right there with us.
But the rule is don't do number 2 in the train.
Not on the head unit. It's an unspoken rule. It's like a buddy rule, like because you got to sit up there. I mean, it's in a little room by itself, but it's almost like a porta potty. So you have to sit up there. So you don't want to, unless you have to. Most of the time you have other engines behind you, so you'll kind of go use those if you have to.
But that's only when that train is stopped, right? This ain't like no stuff you see on TV and people be walking to other cabs and stuff.
You can walk to the other one if you're doing under 20 miles an hour.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Dang, I never thought about that stuff right there. That's pretty impressive. I ain't even know you did all that stuff out there.
Hey, man, it's a lot of people don't know, man. People think we just get on a train and ride from point A to point B, man.
So what was the process in order for you to become a train conductor? Like, did you have to go to school or?
So, like, once you get the job, you have to take a physical and do all your drug screening and all that stuff. But it's 19 weeks on the job training. Some classroom, some out in the field.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you make enough money, but it's a sacrifice on the time.
Yes, and they what they tell you from the start, it's not a job, it's a lifestyle.
And they wasn't lying, huh?
No, not lying. Not lying. But I love it, I love my job. It's a hard job, it's tough, but I love it. It's not meant for everyone.
So you probably seen a lot of people probably lose it real quick from having that job.
Yeah, you have to have a strong family. You definitely, your wife got to be strong because she's pretty much an independent woman. Like she's pretty much a single mom. Cause I'm gone, and then when I'm home, I'm trying to hang out with the kids or I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to spend time with her. So that's why I have friends, but I don't have friends that I hang out, on a day-to-day basis, or I say, hey man, Friday, let's hang out, let's chill. I don't know what I'm doing on Friday. I may be at work. I may be in Portland, or I may be trying to get some sleep so I can go to work that night.
And probably a lot of people probably don't understand your lifestyle.
No, a lot of people don't. My kids and my wife understand it, but some of our friends are starting to get it, but it's not like it's not easy to explain.
Sound like a sports guy. Like
yeah, it's not at all, man. And people don't understand when they say, hey, my son's birthday next week, we're gonna have a party. Will you guys be there? And I say, hey, my wife and kids can come, but I don't know if I'm gonna be there.
See, that's the part right there. That's
Yeah,
the part.
and I like the biggest thing about my life is, well, my family is, life goes on with or without me, and that's the way you want it to be. You don't want them sitting around waiting on you all the time with this job, because they're gonna miss a lot. So they still need to live, and I need to provide. My wife works too, so they got, they live their life, and then when I'm home, I just include myself in their life.
See, now that's big time talk right there. Because you love your job, and at one point I got, I'd be talking to people about becoming entrepreneurs, but then I had to realize that sometimes, people like to work, and sometimes people do got good jobs that benefit them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ain't meant to be no business owner, but you
No,
make a
and
job.
that's what I figured. I thought I wanted to do it, but sometimes you got to take roles. Like with my family, my wife has her own business, so I mean,
Shout out her business. Shout out her business. What's the name of it?
North Star Guardians.
I say you looked around like you didn't know.
Dude, I am telling you, man. I sound like a terrible husband right now, but
the way you looked around, you were like, man.
I know, man. I'm trying to think of it. Nobody really asked me that.
See, yeah, I mean, yeah, you got to plug yourself here.
With two of us having a business, we're risking a lot, and especially these days. So why not? So we just decided, just benefit our family. If I keep my job and keep my benefits, keep my retirement, that just helps us out. It's what I'm bringing to the team.
See, what's strange is I don't think nobody ever pushed becoming a train conductor. I never hear nobody talk to somebody else about being a train conductor. But you hear people say work for the railroad, but you never hear nobody say try to become a train conductor.
No, or they just say, because you think it work for the railroad, you thinking maintenance guys and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, and what you doing, I gotta salute to you. Like I said, you're the only person I know that's a train conductor. But from this interview, ain't no telling who gonna hear it and be like, I never thought about becoming a train conductor.
Dude, anybody can do it. You just gotta, put the focus in, make it through and so they're investing in you, right? When they hire you on, you're an investment. They spend a lot of money training you. So they don't want to waste their time, training you and setting you up for failure. So they give it their all to make sure you're given the right tools to succeed.
See, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's one. And plus, I was thinking like, when you went into it, you was already married, right?
Yes.
But, what would you say to somebody who's single but want to get into it?
Single would want to get into it, I would say, man,
they're not gonna have no regular life once they start this.
Yeah, once you start your dating, it's gonna be pretty hard and pretty tough. Like telling a girl, hey, Friday night I'm gonna take you on a date. That's gonna be hard. And then if you get into it, you got to find the right woman who can manage without you. Who can trust that when you're out of town in the hotel that you're just out of town in the hotel. Like, me, I go get some food. I go to the gym.
A lot of food.
Yeah. I go. Hey, I eat now. I go to the gym and I'm back to the hotel. I don't do no partying and stuff out of town. So she's got to have trust in you that you're gonna do the right thing, and you got to trust because you're gonna be going too that she's gonna be doing the right thing where you're going. I mean, there's a lot of marriages that fail on the railroad.
Oh, for real. And then I guess is, you have to always be on your P's and Q's also.
Yes,
because you have to, like, once you're supposed to be in your hotel, you can't go out clubbing and partying, and then you're supposed to be doing a train the next day.
Hey, I'm not saying you can't. You can if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it.
See, so is it really just like one mistake and you done? I guess it
It,
depends on the mistake, right?
the mistake, and you're not really done. I mean, you have union backing, but they can only back you so much, you know.
Yeah,
And it's not really. You get multiple chances. I don't want to make it seem like it's cutthroat like that, but
that makes sense. Okay, yeah, because I was thinking like, once you go in, you mess up that one time. That's it. Like all that working in school and all that stuff out the window.
no, it's you get multiple chances, but you know they're not gonna. They're not. Their main thing is like being available to work. Like you can't be calling in sick all the time.
So my whole thing is so like if you're the train conductor, you already at the top, right? But like what would be next for you? Because you already up there. What's the next position up for you? Or is
There's
it train
no. There's no really. There's no really other position. I mean, I could promote to engineers, but I don't. I don't want to be an engineer. So I mean, it's not unless you move to management, and most people,
hate
it's
management?
not. It's not a thing. They don't really, they don't move into management. Like it's not common.
See, that make a lot of sense. That make a lot of sense. And when you up there in the cab, it's always somebody else with you. You never up there by yourself, right?
Yes, you're always yes. It's two of us up there.
Like
It's
a
a
team.
conductor and engineer and the engineer.
And with the team, is it always the same guy with you? Like y'all like
No,
go
no, it's
independent?
different guys. It's different guys.
Oh, got you. Got you. And the question that I'm thinking that people probably wondering, how
What's
many
the question?
times you hit somebody in the train? Because every time you turn on TV, like somebody got hit by a train or stuff like that.
I've hit someone twice.
See, now I don't think people ever would have thought about that before. You think about becoming a train conductor.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
It's not. I think the term is it's not. It's a matter of time. I mean, it's just there's nothing you can do. It's out of your hands. There's nothing, and a lot of people use that route to take their self out. So
how many vehicles have you hit?
both mine was in vehicles.
It was in vehicles.
Both of
So
them.
they
Yep.
vehicles stalled on the train track.
No. One on was trying to run around the gates, and we hit him going around the car. And the other one was she got stuck on the train track.
Hopefully, she got out the car in time.
She got out the car just in the nick of time.
Oh, golly! And then you hit a lot of animals out there too, right?
Yes. I mean, yeah. We hate hitting dogs. That's just
Well, what do you mean you hate hitting dogs?
because like sometimes you hit a dog. It's just we don't like to hit. I mean, we don't like to hit anything, but
Oh yeah,
especially
I'm like,
dogs.
is there something special out there that like to get?
No. It's just especially dogs because we just feel like it's not their fault. Like they don't know what to do. It's like the owner's fault for
Yeah,
putting them in a situation they freak out.
that make a lot of sense. But like, what y'all don't know about Al is he's more than just a train conductor. Most of the time when you think about like semi truck drivers and people who drive and people who sit for a while, you think like overweight sometimes, because that's all you're doing is sitting. But Al is really big in the fitness.
Yes.
Matter of fact, that's how we met one day. I was in there pumping iron and I seen this dude, little guy, just steady like walking around, and where we at is not too many black people. And somehow, we just got to talking. I think he was admiring the way that I was in there lifting weights, because I was putting it was like 4 plates of them 45s. I don't like to brag or nothing, but it is what it is. You know. So one thing led to another, and we've been rocking ever since.
Oh yeah.
And what got you so big into fitness?
My uncle used to lift weights, and man, I always wanted to be like him. I thought it was cool, And he took me, and I always wanted to go until the one time I actually went with him. And it wasn't what I thought was, man. He worked me, man. And I thought people just go in there and live like one or two things and go home. But he worked it. And actually now to what it's my right now it's my escape from the world. So it used to be just to go in there, lift weights and try to look good, but man, I'm old married, man. Who am I looking good for? Yeah, so
wait, so was your uncle lifting weights because he played sports or something?
No, he was a correction officer.
Oh, he actually
and what? No, he just always lifted since high school. I mean, he still lift to this day, but that's our connection. Like I talk to him almost every day, but our big connection is talking about the gym but now that's my tool, that's my escape, that's my therapy, all that.
See, because I don't think I ever met nobody who had more gym memberships than Al. I think he had like what's the most you had at one time?
Oh man, I got a lot right now. I have let's see, I'll go down the list. I go to Buckley the Buckley Fitness Zone.
Wait, you go all the way out there? Why would you go all the way out there?
I like the different vibes and different gyms, man.
Oh.
I go to Prime. I don't go to Y anymore. I go to Anytime Fitness down here in Ordon sometimes. At Northwest Fitness Zone up in Puyallup. Northwest Fitness Company. I go to LA Fitness in Puyallup. And then in Pasco, I go to Ghost Gym. And then Vancouver, I go to LA Fitness and Hollywood Fitness.
Man, how do you keep track of all the workout places?
I just like mixing it up, man. I don't like being on a schedule. I don't like having a routine. So I just can't be going to the same place every time. I have to switch it up.
God dang. And what made fitness so important to you?
Man, it just helps me push myself. It helps me calm down and center, like just relaxes me, because I don't do anything else. My new thing I do now that takes me away is hiking. I hike all the time.
Oh yes, you do.
But I like the gym. I like pushing myself. I like going in there and just working, And with my job, I sit for 12 hours a day. So, occasionally I have to walk a train or whatever, but most of the time I'm sitting. So
what do you mean walk a train?
Like if we break down or something happens, I have to go out and check. I get on the ground, I have to walk. Sometimes I have to walk the whole train or go back there and see what's wrong or stuff like that.
In the dark?
Sometimes.
Not
in the mountains. Yes. Yes.
But what about when you on bridges?
There's walkways.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You be on the bridge walking at night?
If your train breaks, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Oh, you can't send out the engineer? Like, yeah, you take this one.
That's their job. Engineers stay inside, they don't get wet. Their motto is always 70 and sunny in the cab.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they don't.
Now I'm thinking like it probably better to be an engineer.
There's pros and cons to both, to both of us. So,
but either way it go, you're gonna be gone from the house.
Yeah.
God,
yeah, with this job, you're gonna be gone at least for a while. You can get in the yard, you can work the yard and stay at home and have like a schedule, but that requires seniority, and my kids are in school. I don't have enough seniority to hold weekends off. So me being off Monday and Tuesday don't help my family out at all.
That make a lot of sense. So at this time, Al, I just like to ask, what's something that you've been seeing that you would want to talk about?
I think everyone's talking about the same thing, man. I think
Oh, you mean Kim and Kanye?
I don't think anybody's talking about that, man. But I think everybody's talking about politics and this virus, man.
That make a lot of
I think it's mentally draining. Like it's mentally draining people because most people don't have an escape. Most people their escape is going to the bars or socializing. So like they've been lost. They've been sitting at home, putting on weight, drinking, miserable. It's just
Well, I don't know. I don't really keep up with politics, but with everything going on, you can't help but keep up with politics now.
right.
You know, but what I used to say is, no matter who the president is, he not coming to my house anyway.
Facts.
I never seen too much change depending on who the president was. No matter either side,
What people don't realize is Congress has a major play in everything. President can only do so much no matter who's up there.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got a point, but a lot of people don't know that. They just think it's all on the president.
Yeah.
He's just the face of it.
He is.
But yeah, it's everything behind the scenes that be going on and stuff like that. So I gotta say, Al is a Dallas Cowboys fan.
No. Do not lie to the people. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. My granddad was a truck driver. He used to always buy me Green Bay stuff. So I'm a Green Bay Packers fan.
I thought he would have been a Panthers fan, but he'll want to stay true to his home team.
No. I don't. I've never rooted for the Panthers.
So the question is, are they gonna win it this year?
Yes, we're gonna win it. Pretty confident. We probably gonna see Kansas City there, but we have that bad man as a quarterback. The best. No. Aaron Rodgers, best quarterback to ever throw the ball in the NFL.
No, I don't know about that now. Come on, you reaching now. I don't know about that one. I think you're biased or something right there.
Nah.
I thought you would be a Seahawks fan by now, but I guess some people are hard to change.
Yes. Seahawks have. I probably would have been a Seahawks fan, but they have some of the worst fans.
You mean worse than Green Bay?
Green Bay don't have bad fans, but Seahawks. You have a lot of people, the Seahawks fans, that just became Seahawks fans when the uniform got darker. So they don't know much about football at all, but they're the biggest Seahawks fan ever.
See, I mean, I guess because you play football, so you know a lot about football.
I live and breathe football. Sports, man. I just love sports.
Now, don't say the B word, but we just gonna
I used football. I used to dabble. You beat me a couple times. I used to dabble a little bit.
I'd be the one-handed. I was just
I wouldn't say all that. Man. I wouldn't say all that. But
they call me Big Kobe for nothing. Well, they call me Big Kobe because I got like a lot of weight more, than Kobe. But why don't you? Do you ever see yourself as becoming a coach? Because I know a couple of teams close to you that need your help.
My kids. I coach my kids, and I'm super hard on them, and I don't have time to coach anyone else.
Plus, do you think you could be super hard on somebody else's kids?
Yes, I could. But I just focus on my kids, man. I can coach my kids and I can learn. I know my kids. So if we're at a basketball tournament and my daughter's not giving 110%, her coach don't know it, but she'll look at me and I'll let her know I know what's going on.
What? So the coach don't say nothing. She look at you up in the stands, or you be up there yelling in the stands?
I be yelling, but you know how you know your kid better than the coach know your kid. So I can tell when she's out there not giving 110%. I can tell when she's being lazy or.
That make a lot of sense. That make a lot of sense. So Al, what's in your future? What's coming up for you?
Oh, my future, man. I'm just work. I'm really thinking about going to school. Trying to further my education. It's gonna be hard with my job, but
I mean,
I
everything virtual now. So
yeah, I can do it. I just had to, but yeah, that and do it. Just hang out, man.
what do you want to go to school for?
I went to school for a year for accounting, and I really like math. So I'm thinking to just picking that back up.
I guess you can do it on the side.
Yeah, I mean, if not, if even if I don't do it, I'll have that degree and have that in my back pocket.
I mean, that make a lot of sense. I gotta give it to you. I gotta say thanks for coming on, Al. Spreading your wisdom, your inspiration about what you do and what it takes to become a train conductor. I'm
Yeah,
glad
man. I mean,
I was finally able to get you on.
hey, man, I've been waiting. Jerry hiding from you, boy. J Dot. He don't want to see me, but I'll see him when I see him.
Woo! But no, I got a feeling. Now that you know what it's like, I got a feeling this won't be your last time on.
No, man, no, man. I was talking to Major Gamer in the beginning, but then I heard a couple of y'all guests. I was like, man, I don't know, man. You know.
Well, yeah, no, because we gonna be reaching out. We're gonna have a couple of round table episodes.
Oh, see,
About
yeah,
certain
see. That's what I want to do. Some
about
round
certain
table.
about certain topics. Get everybody take on it.
Yeah, see, that's yeah. You always bouncing. Hit me with questions, and that's what I want to do right there. Getting some discussion. Because some people, some people only see their point of view.
Well, yeah, I mean, shoot. Let me see. Right about now, I say this time next year, y'all gonna see him on again. He hard to catch up with. See, he here right now, and he probably gone in a couple of hours. So,
Oh, I literally just got home. When did I get home? I got home at noon. I worked all night. I got off about noon. So yeah, I'm home.
I mean, you supposed to be sleeping.
Nah, I'm stay up till probably 10.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I will thank you again, Al, for coming on. Where can people reach and follow you at?
Man, thank the people. I'm only on. I got rid of the Facebook thing. It ain't for everybody. But I'm on Instagram. You can catch your boy at Al__fit.
Yeah,
You know.
he was learning about the fit part, but so yeah, I'm gonna put the link in it, and for y'all, if y'all want to ask him some questions about working out or some question if you want to become a train conductor, I'm gonna put it up in the link so you can reach out to them. It's okay if they reach out to you, right?
Yeah, man, hit me up.
And as always, we gotta leave y'all with a motivational quote, and I'm gonna let out. You got one off the top of your dome? Motivational quote.
Yeah, just yeah. Create your own story.
I like that one. I mean, that's what a lot of people should be doing.
No, they're not, but create your own, man.
See, and we're gonna let y'all go. I know you probably heard the episode, so you got to know what to say at the end of the episode.
Come on. Don't put me on the spot like
that. It's Cal and Jay every day. Call.
All right, let's do it. Cal and Jay every day. Call.
Appreciate it, Al. Hey.
All right, I'll get at you.
All right. Be safe out there.
Yep.
From the bottom. From the bottom. We got 'em. We got it. We from the bottom.